Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Jason with the Boardgame Mechanics, and today we're going to take a look at a game called Agueda. Agueda is a game published by 25th Century Games, designed by Dustin Dobson and Milan Zivkovic. I probably said that name incorrectly, I do apologize. Plays 1 to 5 players, 20 to 40 minutes, ages 10 plus. And this is based on a street. I think it's a street, or it says a city, but I don't think it's a whole city. Let's see. It's based on this road in, I forget what country it is, but it's this. I'll just show you. It's that right there. They hang umbrellas above the buildings and it just looks fantastic. So there's some of the information in the back of the book, but effectively what you're doing in this game is you are basically collecting umbrellas to build your own, like, over the road thing. And you're also trying to paint murals on the side of the buildings by collecting different umbrellas and all that thing. It's a drafting game of sorts. There's some umbrellas that you're going to be taking from a main board to try to put on your board, and you're trying to meet your own personal scoring goals and some public objective goals as well along the way. It's a pretty simple game. The actions are simple. It's easy to teach. It's easy to show. But instead of me talking about it, if you want to take a look at it, click the link in the video description. Otherwise, stick around here and we'll take a look at the components. All right, so let's take a look at the components for Agueda. Again, this box is fantastic. There's history to this. You can look at it in the book, but there's this cool road that has all these umbrellas hanging above it, which looks fantastic. It looks just like that, but you can check that out. It's a pretty cool scene there, but that's what the game is based on. So let's look at the components. Again, I'm not going to pull out all the components because you're going to see everything you need to see right down here. This is the cool bike token for if you finish up your board, fill it with umbrellas. The board is fantastic. It's easy to read. The coins are metal. Again, this is the deluxe version, but this is the only version, which is why I have a deluxe version. These thick pieces here for the in-game scoring are really awesome. Wooden. The gold cards are all good quality. I don't know if they're linen finished or not, but they have the shop on the back. They're not linen finished, but again, they just sit on the board, so it's not that big a deal. The player board is fantastic. Everybody has their own mural. This is the yellow player's mural. They have their own mural that you're going to be painting, their own color board. All of these goals for everybody are different as well, which is pretty cool. It's just easy to read. It tells you exactly what you're doing on your turn, how you score. I love everything about the player board. Now let's look at the components of the umbrella. So this is the main crux of the game. Really nice bag. So many of these fantastic plastic umbrellas. They are spectacular. If you have color issues, all the umbrella colors have different tops, so you can see they have different designs. These are amazing. They're thick. They sit on the board nice. They just look fantastic. So I have no issues with any of the production here. The solo is okay. If you saw it in the overview, it's fine. You're basically just trying to beat the AI, which is pretty interesting. But yeah, so the components are pretty good. Love the box cover. There's even history in the rule book, which I should probably show you, at least the rule book. The rule book is this way, which is a little weird, but not a big deal. But has basic rules. It has solo rules, examples. The game's really easy. Doesn't take a ton. But then in the back here, it talks about the actual, what this is here. And it's super cool. You can see that's what it actually looks like. So it gives you a little bit of the history and what they're doing with the umbrella project. So again, not necessary, but pretty cool. So those are the components for Agueda. Let's talk about what we think about the game. All right, so Agueda was a game that we picked up at Gen Con, I believe. And we wanted to get it at Origins, but by the time I made a decision, it was out of, they had sold out. Such is life. So this time we grabbed a copy, and this game is a ton of fun. It actually, the box make this seem like it's a pretty beefy game. It's heavy. It's like a decent sized box, But honestly, this is probably a gateway game, maybe gateway plus. It's pretty easy to play, and I think anybody could play this. The actions are really simple. On your turn, you're going to take some umbrellas, 1, 2, or 3, based on what you take. If you take 3, you have to pay a coin. If you take 1, you get a coin. And then you're going to place those umbrellas on your own personal player board on one of the rows, and then you may score one of your scoring objectives there. If you put an umbrella on top of one of these paintbrushes, you get a flip sum of your mural. That's it. That's the game. The trick comes into how you're going to do your own personal scoring objectives, how you're going to do the public scoring objectives, just trying to manipulate everything that you can do in the short amount of time that you have to do it, the best that you can. It's a really simple game. It's a ton of fun. I've actually played it solo a couple times, which is solo is actually pretty interesting. You're basically playing a 2-player game, but some AI comes in and discards some of the umbrellas, and they're going to score points based on the umbrellas that get discarded. So it's kind of like people taking umbrellas, except it takes certain colors and all that kind of thing. So you're just trying to have more points than the AI. And I actually prefer this, I think, solo. There's more options for me to do. I'm normally going to fill my board before the cards run out, and I don't have to really, I don't know, I'm just trying to compete my own score, I guess. I'm trying to beat the AI, but I'm also just trying to do as best as I can. And even if I lose, it was fun. So I like it with multiple players, but I just feel like the same experience is way faster in a solo game, and I probably would just play it like that because that's how I like it. So there we go. So I'm going to give this a BGM accept the seal. This is going to get a 7 out of 10 on BGG, which is a 3.5 out of 5 wrenches on an arbitrary wrench scale. That means absolutely nothing, but we like to give it the games that we enjoy, and that's what we're going to do. So that is Agueda from 25th Century Games. I'm Jason with the Boardgame Mechanics, and as always, keep gaming.